hope you are doing well. I am fine, thank you. If you are seeing my face for the first time, my name is Ivam Tali, and on this channel we talk mostly about travel, we talk about living abroad, we talk about working abroad, we talk about studying abroad. I hope you are fine. If any of these topics sound exciting to you, you want to make sure that you are subscribed to the channel and also hit the notification bell so that every time I shoot a new video, you do not miss out. And also, guys, do let me know where you are watching me from, and yeah, say hello in the comment section below. Give the video a thumbs up, share this video. It's a very important video. It's one of those videos I never thought I would ever have to make, but actually I've been debating for now 2 days whether I should go ahead with this video or not. But I've decided that I should just go ahead with it. I know it could swing either way, especially just going by the title and the picture. So this is a picture that I received. It's been making rounds on different Facebook groups and also on the different WhatsApp groups for Kenyans in the diaspora. And I don't know how much further it has gone beyond those, but I've seen it in a Facebook group called Wanderlust Diaries, and I've also that Wanderlust Diaries has more than 400,000 members, and I have seen it in WhatsApp group for Kenyans in Canada, Kenyans in the diaspora. So I could confidently say that thing has traveled to maybe 1 million people or even more, and that's why I thought I probably should talk about it. So guys, that is the current situation. If you have seen the picture, that is a picture that was taken. So the guy, I have covered his face. He is a Kenyan, but he's a Kenyan pastor. Actually, he lives in Toronto, and he does I don't know what we call this, like almost like outreach. He's like an outreach. He does a lot of outreach for people who are in the streets, people who are homeless and stuff like that. So he posted this picture in the diaspora group, Kenyans in Canada group, and he was asking if anybody has space in their homes to host these people. He had found almost 20 Kenyans on the streets. So that building you see behind there is a shelter. And so how these people ended up here is, so you guys, okay, I'm trying to talk without notes today. So you guys probably have heard that Canada extended its temporary public policy that allows people on a visitor's visa to work in Canada. So as a result, a lot of, usually we have these agents whose job is to sit as subscribers. Sometimes they sit as followers, they sit as everything, they follow us, and they are always out to see any news we might be sharing out, and then they take advantage of the lazy ones who don't want to do their own research. And that's why, guys, it's not that I have anything against agents, but I'm like, especially when it comes to Canada, there's nothing that you can't do for yourself. Canada immigration is one of the most straightforward forms of immigration. And most of the immigrations, actually, you can do everything for yourself. So we have had a lot of people who applied for their Canadian visas. And you guys, if you remember, after the strike, the public servant strike in Canada, when it ended, for some reason, a lot of visas got approved. And I even came here and talked about it. There were so many visas that were suddenly approved. And therefore, a lot of people got their visas. Unfortunately, after most of the events they had wanted to go for had lapsed. So maybe other people wanted to go for a conference. They applied for their visa in 2021 or 2022, and the visa was never approved until 2023. And these people were using agents, which I've never understood. Why do you need an agent to apply for a visitor visa? Why? To do what for you? So because people don't like to listen, I talk here, it's like I'm talking to myself. As soon as I'm done talking, the agents, they come on the comment section, and you guys happily give them all your money. While you will never give even $1, but you're so happy to give these thieves your money to lie to you. But you will not take the time to watch a 1 hour video because you're so busy on TikTok and Netflix, and I don't know where else you guys are always busy, too busy to sit down and go through these things, apply on your own. I don't know let me know in the comment section below, why don't you people do your own applications? Why must you go through an agent? And some of these agents people are using, they are even less educated than you are. If you can sit through any of my videos and understand my English, believe you me, you can fill any visa application by yourself. Most of these agents don't even have a high school certificate, and you're literally giving this person your entire life. You're giving this person $5,000, you're giving them your passport, you're giving them your bank documents, you're like, here, you go and do whatever you want with my life. And so this is what happened to this part. I'm talking about this particular group. I'm not generalizing. I'm talking about the group on that picture. But I know it is a representative of what is happening in other shelters, what is happening in other cities, what is happening to immigrants from other countries. So I'm going to talk about this particular case. So don't come for me in the comment section. So this particular group of Kenyans, they are different. They don't know each other, most of them. So they use agents to apply for them their visitor's visa. They paid a lot of money, a lot of money that I'm sure they even took loans, sold their property. And then the agents lied to them, okay, this money, I will apply for the visitor's visa for you. When you arrive in Canada, you're gonna find everything waiting for you, a car, a house, a job, all those funny things they tell you about, and you believe them instead of going to do your own research. So these people arrived in Canada, the agent was nowhere to be seen. And then there's that first group who arrived in Canada on visitor visa. And the agent told them, you just come, I'll give you what? A job, I'll give you a house, I'll give you a car, I'll give you money, I'll give you everything. The agent was nowhere to be seen. And then we have this other group that was told, you just come. When you arrive there, you just declare, they call it what? Not refugee, asylum. Yeah? You just go there and declare that you're a refugee. Then, the Canadians are so good. They will give you a house, they will give you food, they will give you money, they will give you everything. That's what they told them. So these guys took the planes, they arrived at the airport. I don't know how they lied, I don't know what they told the visa officers, and then they were set free into Canada. Only for them to realize, Canada is not like my village in Raiwer, whereby if I go there, even if I have never been, I tell them I'm looking for Mr. So-and-so who was my father, he died 70 years ago, I will find even a small baby who can direct me to my home. Canada is not like that. Canada, sio kwa mama yako, is not your mother's home. So these people arrived there, fine, they asked for asylum, and they were told, okay, you're gonna go to a shelter. But when they arrived there, the shelters were full, and there's nothing they can do. You didn't tell them you are coming, you just showed up from your country, and now you want accommodation from where? So you find yourself on the street. So guys, this is the current situation. I am not even faking anything. That is a true story. You can go and ask, if you have any relative in Canada, go and ask them that photo if they have seen it anywhere. I know some of you will come and say that I'm lying, I'm exaggerating. Like I know in the Facebook group, there are people who are saying, oh, you just want to discourage other people. You don't want us to come to Canada. Just let us come and suffer. Guys, you can still come and suffer, but suffer with dignity. So here is the way forward. One advice I would give you. Before you take that plane, I always say two things. Don't be lazy and poor at the same time. Choose one struggle. If you do not have money, my friend, if you do not have money for when you arrive in Canada to take care of yourself, do your own research and find, like these shelters you're talking about, go and find out how do the shelters, what is the procedure. What is the procedure for getting into a shelter when I seek asylum? Don't just be a move. I said, you guys, don't be foolish. We know you want to go to Canada, but Canada has no room for fools. Foolishness only works in our African countries because nobody cares for merit, nobody cares for your papers, it's who you know. But in these European countries where systems work, and there's no room for foolishness, people. I don't know how clear I can make it. It's high time we stopped being foolish. We are so used to being done for even basic information. Sometimes I do a video here and immediately Somebody's in the comment section, oh, what do I do? And I just talked about it. This same foolishness, you carry it to somebody's country. And you know what is going to happen, guys? Very soon, because I'm sure this picture is going to land into the laps of some immigration officer. The next time a Kenyan is going to show up on an airport in Canada, they will bring you back. Because I don't want this nonsense to be happening. You guys, Canada is cold. You saw my video when I was vlogging in winter the other time. You couldn't even recognize my face. Go and check my TikTok video, my most watched TikTok video. It has more than 1 million views. I vlogged it in the mid of winter. In fact, those days we still had double-digit temperatures, but it was very cold. And yeah, I have to be harsh, Joseph. This is nonsense. How do you just come up from your country and go and start sleeping on the streets in somebody's land as if it is your mother's house? I have to be harsh. We are so tired of this nonsense. I have been talking about it every day here on the channel. Do your research. You cannot be poor and lazy at the same time. No, we have refused. Choose one struggle. If you're poor, please have the diligence, have the discipline to do your research. Don't just wake up and go to people's countries. You cannot be poor and lazy at the same time. Do your own research. Go even to Facebook groups and DM somebody. Do your own research. How does the whole asylum process work? Do you just show up in people's countries? What does the shelter process work? Did they know you were coming? And then now, these people, they are here crying on WhatsApp groups, oh, Kenyans don't want to help people. No, you didn't tell nobody you were coming. Now you want to be helped. Sleep on the freaking street so that it can be a lesson to you and 1,000 fellow fools like yourself. And you people, I don't care. You can take me wherever you want. I don't care. People have to style up. Like I always say, you might go there, sleep on the street. You might be lucky. Eventually, you'll get your PR. But what about the 1,000 genuine cases that are coming after you? Once because you think these things don't reach the immigration office, they're going to reach them. And they will say, oh, so this is a foolishness. You guys saw what happened to Zimbabweans. They got the, what do we call it? They got their C1D visas. Then they thought that America is like Harare. Shock on them. They were nipped in the bud. And told, okay, you think you're going to misuse these C1D visas? You will not, you will stay in the ship where you are working. Even when you are on holiday, car up a ship, stay there in the ship. And I said today it is Zimbabwe, tomorrow it will be Ghana, the next day it will be Kenya, the other day, that's how it is. Today it is Kenyans on those streets. Tomorrow I know we'll get another picture of Ugandans, and the day after it will be Nigerians, and the other day it will be, I don't know who. So guys, the point I'm trying to say here is, do your own due diligence. You cannot hand over your life to an agent. I said it very clearly when I was talking about why people are being, I think it is even better to be deported than to sleep on the streets. When an agent is filling for you that visa, whatever nonsense you people give agents to do for you, ask for the login password. You're paying for that service. Tell him to give you the login, and not just login only. Security questions and answers. And some of these agents are so stupid, they will not even use your email address. They're going to use their email addresses because they have discovered you are thick and stupid. And they're going to make money off of you. Some of you cannot even sit down on your phone and go through even a video for 1 hour, or even go to the Canadian government website, canada.ca. But you are busy on TikTok, trolling people, abusing people, watching people swinging nyash, and your whole life you have handed over to an agent. You think that agent has no things to do? They have discovered you are foolish. They are going to eat on your... And hakuna penye utawapeleka. Where are you going to find the agent? Canada is so big. It's like the biggest country in the world. Where are you going to find that agent? You will sleep there on the street. So the pastor was there begging people, oh, please host these people. Host them where? And you guys, I know, I even saw in the groups that people were saying, oh, you are not helping. You should host. Let me tell you, Western countries are not like Africa. In Kenya, you see, now I can come and tell you, oh, you come and stay in my house for 2 weeks. If you decide to extend your stay and refuse to move out, I will throw you out. You cannot do that in Canada. If somebody comes to stay in your house and they refuse to come out and you chase them, they will go and sue you. Same thing to UK, same thing to US, same thing to Europe, because systems are functioning. So that's why nobody's just how are you taking somebody who didn't care for their life? They just showed up in somebody's country. How are you taking them in your house? The next thing, they'll refuse to move out. And then they will sue you. And then you're stuck there with a stranger who cannot even plan their whole life. They're going to mess you up. So guys, the point I'm trying to say, do your homework. Stop handing over your life to agents. In fact, that $5,000, $6,000, you even, if you're so stupid like that not to think, go and start a business or eat the money. I even did a video today. I was saying, if the money you have cannot solve all your problems, eat it. At least we will know you went to the toilet. It is your money. So imagine you have, some of you have sold land, some have sold I don't know what. You have given an agent. I have warned you. I have been talking here severally. Even the title of my YouTube channel says, I show you how to legally move abroad without an agent. But laziness, my friend, laziness. Laziness. Please, I insist, choose one struggle. You cannot be lazy and poor at the same time. Not in 2023. We have even said, if you don't have money, go and work on a cruise ship. That's why I'm sharing this cruise ship job. Some of you are wondering, Eva, what is the relationship between immigration and cruise ship? Because the cruise ship jobs are going to pay you in dollars. And they pay for you everything from your air ticket, your utilities, your food, your housing, everything. Like your money comes to you intact. And it is tax-free. And it is in foreign currency. Go and work on a cruise for 6 months. And I know some of you are like, oh, if I don't have experience, all you need is a Form 4 certificate, KCSE. If you don't have it, go and enroll in Gumbaru. What are you waiting for? If you don't have a Form 4 certificate, go and enroll in a school and do your exam. And nobody said you must get an A. All they need is that certificate. And if you don't have experience, I have shared here jobs that do not require experience to work on a cruise ship, like galley attendants. You're literally washing plates. Which experience? I mean, we are in Africa. You have been washing plates since you were born. Which other experience do you need to wash a plate? That's all you're doing, cleaning. Cleaning windows on the ship and the lift and the surfaces. Which experience do you need? Or even showing where to go and get certificate. Go to allison.com and get a certificate. Some of you are so hung up on certificates. I remember the other day I was watching somebody on TikTok live, and they wanted to go to Mombasa. So the host told them, okay, I'll pay for you. Let's go to Mombasa. I said, I don't have a passport. That's how foolish people are. They don't even know that you don't need a passport to travel on a domestic flight in Kenya or anywhere else in the world. People don't want to do research. They would rather be following women swinging nyash on the internet instead of sitting down and trying to plan their future. So guys, I know I sound harsh. I don't care. Tough love is necessary. We are so tired of this nonsense. I have done more than 700 videos, 744. This is the 745th video on this channel. Free of charge. But people still want, they are so hung up on agents. So hung up. Nobody wants to do their research. People want to be spoon-fed. They don't want to pay. They go and pay agents. And they don't even want to follow up. We said you must be calm like a dove, but smart like an eagle. You cannot be foolish, guys, in 2023. You cannot. Foolishness only works in our countries. Here, where you will even become they are called what? CS, post your news on the internet and there's nowhere we will take you. Those things only work in Africa, where there are no systems. The court will pass a law and you will break it and no one will tell you anything. Those foolish things only work here in Africa. You will apply for a job, you don't have the papers. You have the papers, all the qualifications. No one will even call you for an interview. Somebody will go there and issue their Roscoco and get a job. Those foolishness only work in Africa. But where we have system, foolishness don't work. And mind you, let me tell you one thing. You might succeed, go and sleep on those streets, but you will still have to go and sit in a court of law. You know, some of you think this asylum thing is a small thing that you just wake up and get asylum. No, you're going to go and face a judge. And then you still carry your foolishness from Kenya to the streets of Toronto to the courthouse. They will bring you back. You need to be smart, my people. Foolishness has no room in those countries. That's why you have seen some people, they have lived in the US, they have lived in Canada for 20 years, and they are worse off than people who never even left their country. Because it's not about the place. It's about what is here. Huh? If you're foolish here, it doesn't matter whether you are in Canada, whether you are in America. I have a friend who worked on a cruise ship, 3 years cruise ship. Does not own even an apartment in Nairobi. And apartments in Nairobi you can even get for $20,000. Very nice apartments, 2-bedroom. Does not have any of those. I know somebody who is in the US, they don't have papers. But they have educated their siblings in Kenya, private universities. They have bought a house, they have bought stuff. They do not even have papers. And they are doing well. So it is not about location. So guys, be smart. Don't ruin it for other people. Don't ruin it for yourself. Don't be lazy. Here, what I do, I give you snippets. I tell you what is happening. This is what is happening. But do your own due diligence. Don't just get on a plane, you don't know anybody. Especially if you don't have money. If you have money, cool. There's Airbnbs, there's whatever. I'm just going to warn you. Summer is coming up. I have a friend who moved to New Brunswick. She got a job in New Brunswick. She has been unable to get an apartment. Why? Because the apartment owners in New Brunswick, they know summer is coming. New Brunswick is very beautiful. So they would rather rent out their apartments on Airbnb because they're making more money. So that means even for her, she has the money, but she cannot find a house because there's a shortage of housing throughout Canada. But now in the summer, it's even worse. And like I've told you, there's people who was on Facebook, or the Facebook group I talked about. You can go and read that. It's called Wanderlust Diaries. You can go and read the stupid comments there. Somebody was saying, oh, you know, watch these people's lives in the next 3 years. They'll be different. You'll probably be dead in 3 years. Guys, do you know how cold it is? In Nairobi now, it's what month is it? It's in June now. In the next 1 month, people are going to be freezing because it's cold. In Canada, it's so cold. And when it's not cold, it's so hot. You could literally fry an egg on a pan in the sun. It is so hot. Like, it's both extremes. Who told you you'd be alive to see that day? You could die. And guys, you can imagine all those things you see happening in Kenya on the streets, like the street kids. It's the exact same thing that would happen to you in Canada. Some people think that, oh, because I'm on the street in Canada, it's not different. The same dangers a chokora in Kenya is exposed to, you are exposed to that times 100. Because, for example, in Kenya, bang is illegal. So it's not ubiquitous, it's not everywhere. And that means it's more expensive. But in Canada, bang is legal. So it means there's a higher propensity of finding somebody who's high on weed, for example. And that means there's more people who might have impaired judgment. So it means if this person finds you on the street, they could rape you, they could kill you, they could, like, you're so exposed to the elements. You don't even lie to yourself. It's the same thing you see chokoras here. I don't think it's different. Yeah? So guys, with the sudden issuing of a lot of visas, I told you after the strike, so many visas were approved. So it means also a lot of people travel to Canada, and some of them sought asylum. So the shelters are full and they have nowhere to take you. You'll just sleep outside there. Where do you go? Guys, enough of this lecture. I don't even know what to say other than let's be smart. Like, at least have money if you're going to Canada. If you don't have money, look for it. There's a reason. Why do you think these embassies always insist on your financial status? Some of you think they're asking for your financial status because they don't want you to immigrate. No, they are trying to save you from this kind of foolishness. Yeah, because if truly whatever statement you issued to the Canadian embassy to give you this visa, if it was true, there's no way you'd be on the street, because you'd have money to stay even in a hostel, or an Airbnb or something. So guys, please, 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 please leave this foolishness in Africa for the sake of all that is holy. The moment you get onto that plane, it's a different ball game. It is about systems. You will go to a shelter, they will tell you we are full. End of story. They have nothing else to discuss with you. Here in Kenya, you know, you can go and bribe the cleaner and they will go and throw somebody out. That foolishness doesn't work. I've seen here in Kenya, you go and get a house, an agent tells you the house is available. Somebody comes after you, gives the agent 2,000, they call you, I'm sorry, Eva, the house is taken. That foolishness, some of you now, you carry that, you think at your, oh, my foolishness. My friend, those things don't work there. Those ones, leave them in the continent. Leave them there. Don't carry them. So guys, yeah, that's the reality. Let us be smart. Let us at least find somebody, even if you're not going to stay with this person, ask them to guide you. If you want to go through asylum, find somebody who has gone through that process. Yeah, as much, and don't tell, which miracles do you guys expect from these agents? I don't know. It's like shakahola to me. Like, I don't know. I don't understand this obsession of people. So guys, please have a contact in Canada. But again, if you guys have watched my video on the lady who was deported from the US, you know it is also having a contact is not 100% foolproof. So you better have money. There's no shortcut. Have money. Because your contact, you could reach Canada and they go mteja. Utadu. So as much as you have a contact who is guiding you, have somebody who has gone through that process. If it is asylum, know somebody who has gone through that process. Yeah, really, I'm not saying they will make it. Why do you go through the path of, you should in life try to go through the path of least resistance. If you can get asylum in Canada without sleeping on the streets, why do you want to sleep on the streets? How is that helping you? What if you die before? What if you get raped? Would you rather have permanent residence as a victim of rape or have permanent residence as somebody who hasn't gone through that? Would you have permanent residence with one leg cut because you were involved in some street fight? Or would you rather have permanent residence the point I'm trying to say, try and follow the path of least resistance. It's not a matter of they won't make it. I'm not saying they won't make it. They will. And some of them will probably live better lives than me. But remember, at the end of the day, there is no trophy for suffering. No one is giving nobody no trophy. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah? I'm not saying, we are not here to say they won't make it. Nobody say that. That's why they are there. The fact that they are there, it means somebody allowed them through the airport. Otherwise, they wouldn't be in that shelter. Just the fact that they are there. But could they have gotten there in a better way? Must you go through an agent who is going to lie to you? So I will not even discuss your point any further because it is null and void. We are not discussing whether they will make it or not. We are just saying, why do you want to sleep on people's streets when you have a better option? Why are you relying on an agent, a liar? Why? Why are you putting all your trust in man? Even those, some of you here pray so hard. That same Bible you keep quoting says very well, do not put your trust in man. Why are you putting your trust in somebody you don't even know, you have never seen? Why? When you can do these things by yourself. If those people applied for that Canadian visa on their own, they would have had $5,000 to go and stay in a hotel. Pesa ikiisha, you come back. Kwani? Ama you burnt your house when you are going to Canada. Yeah, that 5,000 you're giving the agent, go and get an Airbnb or an hostel. Or go and find a random African on the street and tell them, okay, I have $5,000. Can you host me for 3 months? Guys, I don't even know what to say. I think I just need to end this live. I don't know what you guys are saying in the comments. Imran is saying hi. Cloud is saying my hairstyle looks great. Thank you so much. Adrian is saying we can be very gullible. Yeah, Kenyans are very gullible, and us generally. Readers is saying, I know the uselessness of an agent after giving him my money to process a Schengen visa and got a visa denial. I had used it because I was not sure where to get required documents. My dear reader, now I hope you understand why these embassies insist on required documents, because I don't want you to end up on those streets. Yes, I'm harsh, Joseph. Nasina apologies. The ride and play, say it as it is. We Africans need to learn and wise up in order to gain. Exactly. Readers, it depends on what you're asking me. If you're asking me questions that I've answered in my 744 videos, I will not respond to you. If you're asking me things that you should do your own research, for example, I don't know, I have 5 degrees in architecture and 6 in neuroscience, which immigration pathway is good for me. Canada has more than 100 immigration pathways. I'm not going to sit down and start checking which one is best for you. So it depends on what you're asking me. Yes, readers, Kenyans will be blocked. There are already so many of the boatloads. People are being deported here like crazy. Miro Joseph, applied, yes, last year in September and just gotten my biometric validity letter in April. No PPR yet, but I am praying and waiting for it. That's why I follow you than making mistakes. Oh yeah, just be patient. Readers are saying some of these agents do not even have a passport, as in some have never traveled even in the neighboring countries. Ask them, exactly, readers, it is true. I know people with master's degrees and some agent who didn't even finish high school is busy applying a form for you. So I'm trying, and with all due respect to agents, if this agent didn't even go beyond high school and can understand the Canadian website and fill a form for you, you even have a degree. Unless you bought your degree. Huh? How did you wear that hat and gown? If somebody who is a Form 4 leaver can do this thing, why can't you? Yes, Lungu, it is so sad. It can affect other people who are planning on visiting Visa Canada. Yes. A lot of people, bloggers, take about free place to stay, then can claim asylum. Yeah, you cannot just be the real Afrikaner. With free internet and Google, this is exactly. And these days with Facebook groups, with like go to TikTok, this is what we're talking about day and night. And there's a guy on TikTok, he's called Steven Msafari, I think. This guy has been, he's new on TikTok, I think he's 2 months old on TikTok. All his videos are talking about agents conning people. In fact, last week an agent approached him and told him, I'm gonna give you $8,000 if you promise to shut up and stop telling people the truth about us. Go and watch him. He's called Steve Safari, I think. Steve Safari or Steven Safari. Go and watch him on TikTok. He's constantly warning people about agents. Lakini ya musiki, people will never hear. Huh? Daniel, the appetite for shortcuts is very high with Kenyans. The agent fees paid is like ignorance. Exactly, ignorance fees. You give me 5,000 to do for you what? Why can't you put that money? In fact, it's even better. Put that $5,000. Start doing even today. You deposit $50. Next week, deposit $100. The other week, deposit $1,000. So within 6 months, you have a bank statement with $5,000 on it. Go to the embassy, get a visa. At least you arrive Canada with the money. Yeah. Yes, Winnie, they will make it. That is true. Victoria Komu, hello. Hi, Joseph. Mtu ajipange na pesa before traveling. Yes. Winnie, looks like you are one of them. I'm not going to encourage them. I will call out on their stupidity. Iwe funzo kwao na wengine kama wao. Are you an agent? Yes, and I like the way you are misquoting me. Who said the sleeping on the streets is the issue here? Not doing their homework is the issue. You know what? I'm done with you. And I like the way you can actually go and post my video. It's been long since I was trolled. Please go and post this in your Facebook groups. Go and misquote me if it makes you happy. I need to troll, man. Unfortunately, all my enemies became my fans. So nowadays I don't troll because no one, I'm not trending because no one is trolling me. I like how from a 34-minute video, all you got is that. Please go into the agents, or you're probably one of them. Please, and share this video in all your WhatsApp groups, all of them. Go and tell them I said they're sleeping on the street and they're foolish, please. It's been long since I trended. Since all my whatever, they're called what? All my haters became fans. Anyway, guys, the point of all this, if you missed nothing out of this video, A, you cannot be lazy and poor at the same time. Choose one struggle. Number 2, you cannot hand over your entire life to a fellow human being. It doesn't work like that. Be woke. Be woke. Do your homework. You cannot rely on an agent. They don't care for you. All they care is your money. Do your own research. There is no information that is not available. Try and have at least a contact in Canada, and not just a contact. From what we have seen testimonies on this very channel, your contact could go and disown you. Have money. Don't just wake up like a mumu. Have money. Don't just wake up. Please, please, don't go and find yourself in such situations. As much as you're seeking asylum, as much as you're looking for jobs, as much as you're looking for economic, I don't know, everything else, try and do your homework. Do your own due diligence. Let nobody cheat. There's no one who's giving people food and what. It is subject to availability. Being admitted in a shelter is subject to availability. If it is full, it is full. Hakuna kukata kona. Like you do here, you go and pay agents to go and say their house has been taken. That foolishness doesn't work in other places. Do your homework. If you missed anything in this whole video, and for those who want to misquote me, I don't care. You can misquote me all you want. I don't care. I don't give a damn. And I have no apologies. I said what I said. If you want to learn from it, learn from it. If you want to use it, if it's going to make you better to misquote me, please go ahead. I'm here for your happiness. I'm willing to sacrifice mine for your happiness. So I will end this video here. Thank you guys for watching. Please share it. Let people know that it's not business as usual. Things have changed. And let's do our own due diligence. Stop handing over your life to an agent. Bye, guys.